Um, BAMstrong pretty much I look at it as a motto of life. To me, BAMstrong literally means how we govern ourselves in this walk of life. So there's an acronym for it, rather than people thinking it's just me as a person. Like when people identify me, they see me, hey, BAMstrong. My nickname is Bam, but I'm not BAMstrong essentially as a whole. It's something that everybody can be. So I want to explain it as the sense of the acronym for us is by any means, search thyself, reach outward, nurture growth. So taking that into its whole sense, it tells you how to figure things out along life. Like if stuff is not going good, if stuff is going good,
Right.
it tells you exactly what's what. So as far as, man, my job is not working out, or my relationship isn't working out, or school isn't going well. These are the principles that I follow. The search thyself, reach outward, nurture growth. Because essentially, like if you search yourself, what you're going to find is you're going to be looking in the mirror at your raw, uncut self, the rights, the wrongs, the things you like, the things you don't like. Because one person you can't lie to is yourself. When you look at yourself in the mirror, the idea of it is to see and accept what you see. So along with that, that's when you start that transition to order how your next moves are going to be for the future. So when we talk reaching outward, that's the quest for wisdom. Always wanting to be abreast of what's next, or the information about yourself, information about life, how to progress in life. That's the assistance from others, the assistance through knowing that I don't know everything. I am not God, so I don't know it all. Understanding that. So you have to go out and search for this information. And once you reach out and you gather it, then that's where we come into the nurture growth part. When it comes to our family, when it comes to the information that we learn, when it comes to anything that you can think of, like you have to take care of the knowledge that you bring in, because, you gain this knowledge and you don't use it, then it's pointless. It's like that old saying, you don't use it, you lose it type thing. So for me, I want people to see that if you put all of these together, the by any means, search thyself, reach outward, nurture growth, you get a way to live, a mind state to live within. It's not just particularly one person being me. Everybody is BAMstrong in my eyes, or they can harness that BAMstrong. So the idea of it is to get to that point, to where I can handle whatever's coming my way. I think I embody that because it came through natural life events. I've been through some stuff. Like I've really been tested in numerous amount of ways, and a lot of them have been imposed on myself. Others have assisted in it or taken part in how my life played out through events, but I've always found a way to bounce back. And for me, that literally embodies the core of BAMstrong. So you asked me, how did it come about? How did BAMstrong come about? A series of events, really. There's like a bunch of things that happen that pile in to make this big thing, which is BAMstrong. So if I can take it back as far as I remember, it started at South Carolina State University when I was a freshman. I became a member of the Bongo Brothers Incorporated, and they nicknamed me Bam Bam because I was a little guy playing a big old drum. So from there, I carried that name and coined it, owned it, because at the time that's all I wanted to be was a Bongo Brother, up from down back from the time I was like in 7th grade. So carried that name for a good amount of time, and then social media took its presence in my life, being Twitter, and I named my Twitter page Ask About Bam. So I then became BAM by popularity standards, because that's what people were calling you when they followed you on social media and met you in person. So through life events after that, just carrying on my particular life, I started throwing parties. Became real popular in the community of Columbia with that. So I was a real big figure when it came to those. I was the fun guy. I always made sure my parties were fun and all these good things. I was a guy that likes to have fun. So my life was built around that, essentially. Everybody around me always had to have fun. And I coined that particular title myself. Just from, how things played out, the deals that I got, the people that hung around me, and the people that love to do different things. So, through, time with that, ended up birthing relationships with different people. So among these relationships, of course, I'm trying to figure out life as it should be, because I'm a recent college grad, fast forwarded to this particular point, with no job, staying home with my mom, barely any money in my pocket. She's still paying my cell phone bill at the time, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm doing whatever. The parties was the only thing keeping me afloat. Once I started, once I made my first $1,200, that's the very first party I did. I made $1,200. Thought it was the biggest amount of money ever, because that was the first thing I ever had. So looking at that, I was like, yo, I'm staying it. My mom said, one day you should make money doing it. So I did it, kept doing it. And then the lifestyle started to overtake me, in a sense, because I was doing it every day. Partying every weekend, drinking every weekend, and struggling with the spoils of life, like the different things that I had to go up against, trying to find a job. Eventually, fast forward a little more, I had my daughter in 2013, and at the end of 2013, and I found out about her at the beginning of 2013. Once me and her mother got reintroduced into each other's lives, and then that added weight to me, doing all this particular time I'm throwing parties and, thinking I'm having fun. I'm doing all this stuff to really mask the stuff that I have to face every day when I walk into my mom's house. The fact that I don't have a job, the fact I have no vehicle, the fact that I have a daughter here. These things were, really taking a toll on me, and I didn't even know it, up until one day, or one evening, I go out on this particular night, June 23rd to be exact, of the 2013 year. I indulge in a lot of drinking, partying with my friends. It's a regular fun night. And towards the end of partying, me leaving, trying to go home to my destination, I'm in a truck that's my mom's. I'm riding down Two Notch Road, right? Riding down Two Notch Road, and I cut the music and stuff off. Now, at this time, I'm still under the influence of alcohol. Ended up falling asleep, and boom, colliding with an 18-wheeler. It was a crazy moment in my life, because I feel like at the last second I woke up and cut the wheel hard to the left. Like, I feel like, how you wake up, right, and you feel like you should be somewhere else. So now it's like, oh snap, get up. So I did that, and then I ended up waking up in the hospital. I always say it looks like a scene from a movie, right? Like, my eyes were bloody, my eyes were blinking. I'm seeing like hospital lights, people standing over me. And it was kind of surreal. I knew something bad had happened. I just didn't know what. I knew I did something again, something crazy, right? So coming to understanding, I think it was an officer that asked me, do I know where I am? Do I know who I am? And I'm answering those questions and things to the nature. Now, I can remember my mom telling me, trying to hush. She's like, hey, hush, don't say nothing. So, but me being me, I'm like, I'm fine. I'm going to tell them the truth. So I'm telling them, everything that's going on. And come to find out, in the midst of talking to them, my jaw is broken in 3 places. and my neck is in a collar. That's the only thing keeping my jaw up. My jaw is broken on the left side, in the front, and on the right side. It was crazy. And then, of course, I'm still in the pit of what I call hell of my life, because it was the craziest year for me. There's a lot going on. I have a daughter, still, like I said, no job, still staying at my mom's house. I don't even have a savings or insurance and stuff of this nature, like stuff that you're supposed to have at that particular age, or what I felt like you should have had at that particular age. And, those days that followed, people coming to visit, like it was a large amount of people that came to visit me. I didn't know that this many people were affected by me in some type of way, that they were concerned. Social media was crazy within the Columbia, the South Carolina, Atlanta, and immediate states where I knew people. Like, it was just crazy. Like, pray for Bam, hope he stays strong, he gets through this, and these different things that, we were, that were said. So, it was really cool. It helped me, during those rough days, because I had to have surgery. I had to wait until that Monday, because the accident happened on a Sunday. I had to wait till that Monday to have my surgery, reconstructive surgery, because the doctor had to be flown in. So when I had the surgery and stuff, I ended up having to have my mouth wired shut, so I could only eat through like a through a straw. I couldn't eat nothing, of course, solid, because my mouth was wired shut. I couldn't chew. And I had screws and stuff all in my jaw. And those, like I said, those days to follow were real pertinent to what BAMstrong is, like where it came about. Because, like, the people made it, my brother and some of my other friends, they pulled together, and it was like, yo, I just want to get a shirt made that say BAMstrong, just like a be strong, Bam, get through this time. And somebody had the idea, I don't know who, to this day, to say, hey, let's sell these shirts to help with his medical costs. It was like super dope, like something like that. It was like real cool that someone would be to do that for me, little old me in my head, but all of this is happening while I'm in and out of sleep, at the hospital for those 4 days. And I got home, and I remember it was myself, the young lady that I was talking to at the time, who's now a lawyer, the guys who do my printing for my apparel, and I'm not sure who else was there, but we were having a conversation. And at the time I was doing fitness stuff on the side, just training people at my mom's house in the backyard. And the young lady was like, you should name your business like BAMstrong. And then she just, said it. Like, I forgot what the conversation, was leading up to that point, but she said that. Those were her exact words. And then I was like, huh? Like BAMstrong. Like, and then, we played around with it, like BAMstrong Fitness, this BAMstrong Athletics. And I ended up coining the BAMstrong Fitness point. Like, I don't know what exact day that was, but it started then. It was within that 5 days post accident, that particular thing came. Like, from the accident to the name of my fitness thing was like BAMstrong. So I don't know the exact date, but I can tell you that's kind of how it started with the accident. And then from there I just kind of took it. I feel like the accident was like a new start for me. I think that was like my third strike. So it was like a resurgence, like another chance to do something with the, I don't want to say fame, but with the notarization that you get from people. Like, you have these people's attention, now do something with it. That was like the wake up call. I think that's what the exchange was. The accident happened, and I got back BAMstrong out of it, because it was always in me, obviously, because it came Bam was there way before this happened. This, we talking 2007, fast forward to 2013. So all of these events are in there. Like these things are in me, you know. So I think I was using it the wrong way. So the idea of where BAMstrong came from is like, it was like I look at it like it was something waiting to happen. It was just waiting on me to find it, in a sense, because it was already there, you know. So yeah, I think that's where it came from. Yeah.